There's nothing I'm dreading, but tonight Lacey Evans is on a moment of bliss to see who is going to face. So gather around the TV right now.
SmackDown of 2019. Opportunity to challenge the dreaded Fiend for the Universal. The following contest is a triple threat match at 210 pounds. Daniel!
Change people for the worse. But in this case, has now once again embraced the yes movement. He's Corey Graves, and Corey, you can't start SmackDown.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt for the coveted Universal Championship. This is
your pick.
Down, boys, I got something to say. Daniel Bryan, I see you out here, and I see you come, and we do things my way. Bottom feeders are jealous. The Miz have families. Yes, you and the Miz want to face Bray Wyatt, and yes, main evented WrestleMania. Fiend ripped out some of your brain matter. To do, Daniel, is just step aside. I beat Roman Reigns twice. The universe should be begging me to vanquish, should be Universal Champion. And that is, you're just no longer championship material. Not really an action hero. I'm the only one with the ability to beat.
Wait a minute.
fall off. He's incompetent. Full drop the King.
Well, do you blame him? Wait a minute. There's the big dog. Reigns with a right hand.
Roman Reigns has no business out here. King pouring dog food all over him. Handcuffed into the ring post. Locked and loaded off the steps. Superman punch off the jaw.
Story has been brewing and building for months and months.
What else was King Corbin supposed to do? He was attacked by a madman.
Those who carried this sedan have run out of the arena as well.
Idea.
We're going to have to sort things out.
On King Corbin, who is preparing for the biggest match in
Roman Reigns would be ready with a right hand, and then Roman handcuffed into a ring post and pouring dog food all over the big dog.
Good job to knock King Corbin out of the equation altogether.
Cat-like agility and speed.
Roman Reigns, you cannot let him get away with it. You have to postpone the match.
I don't have to
postpone the match. I can't go out there after what he just did. Not you, huh?
So the question is, Corey, does King Corbin have a point? Should
King Corbin has been preparing and focused on this triple threat matchup. So
Motown! Famous 7-time champs and yes, it is.
They are still the SmackDown Tag Team 1,024th day that Kofi Kingston
speak for themselves. And as much as we're looking at 2/3 of one of the most dominant units sports entertainment has ever out.
Let's explain in this progressive match flow. In action against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. He got it. Here comes the monster among men.
About to get worse for the Intercontinental Champion. Sam. I hope New Day brought extra. Because the monster needs. The following contest is a 6-man tag team match, 85 pounds. Braun
Intercontinental Championship.
Listen, that was the gift that Braun Strowman returned. When Sami Zayn decides the time is right for Shinsuke to defend, maybe.
Here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown on home and car insurance. And by WWE.
This is certainly an intimidating trio. You talk about the power. And their opponents, first from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing in. You're talking about the power game. You would be remiss not to mention WWE. And his tag team partners, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura would go on to say that
very reasonable. When you are the Intercontinental Champion, you possess that Shinsuke does not deem ready for such opportunity.
The other interesting thing in the ring since he's become this liberator for his, quote, art
of Sammy to fight for the cause, to step in the ring.
Okay, earlier.
Yeah, I know.
So it's going to be big word, ladies and gentlemen, of what is going to happen with a situation involving, what else is going to happen? We'll find out later on tonight. Big shoulder tackle by Big E. Tag made, here comes Kofi Kingston and had cover on Cesaro. Hook of the leg and a kick out.
No doubt about it. Kofi's career has really, really been on fire.
In the ring now, the king of strong styles as he's known, sends Nakamura over the top rope. And Nakamura.
And a knee right to
He's like Napoleon.
How dare you?
Shinsuke Nakamura cause. Since joining Cesaro and Nakamura together. Kofi Kingston flying over on announced handoff. Take another look. Kofi, let's go. In the worst situation, Strowman and the New Day teaming up against Cesaro.
Incredibly impressive. Kofi's still in this fight after being knocked over.
Let's make a tag to the Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Sliding.
How seamlessly Nakamura and Cesaro have gelled as a unit.
Better way to celebrate a birthday than this. Watch the impact. Bang! Forearm in the face. Kick out by Kingston and near fall. No way. Strongest competitors you've ever been in there with.
No doubt about it. Was in the business today.
Kofi Kingston. What an uppercut again. Grit and determination that really defined Kofi Kingston into
from Cesaro's uppercut, followed up by Nakamura lining out first hand right now.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Such great technique. Sami Zayn shouting in Kingston's corner at all times. Always another obstacle for Kofi to overcome it all.
And Nakamura now abdominal.
Helpless to make a tag. Nakamura now mocked. Shinsuke lining up Kofi. Uh-oh.
Kofi Kingston now able to SOS.
Tag is made. Cesaro.
And now Sami Zayn.
What bravery by Sami.
Bravery. Cesaro driving Strowman into the barricade. XP and Strowman laid out outside the ring. Kingston back body. Shinsuke and company.
Kofi Kingston's a man without a country at the
corner yet again. Follows it up with a clothesline. Does Cesaro. Neck. Cover by Nakamura. And big
bulldoze through Cesaro. Break the pinfall attempt. What a
Kofi with a double knees.
Kingston just waffle stop the
apron. Strowman.
You get those hands.
And another one to Nakamura.
The end.
They're on their feet in Detroit. Strowman. Cesaro.
Run, Sammy, run.
And Shinsuke.
Fantastic teamwork by the trio of Zayn, Nakamura, and
Strowman about decapitated Nakamura. What an uppercut. Springboard.
Look out.
Cesaro driven into the barricade. That's that platter for the pancakes. And Strowman with the power slam.
Here are your winners, the SmackDown Tag Team. Braun Strowman just pinned the Intercontinental Champ. That monster has a great set of hips on him.
Oh, God. Come on, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Show us your hips. Show them. I'm going to say... my goodness. Nice. Look at Strowman. You got to give the big man credit. Crossed the line last week. Trash-talking Lacey Evans' young daughter tonight.
The sassy Southern Belle won't only be talking tonight. She's Sasha Banks in tag team action. Still to come tonight.
We can expect an update on the status of tonight's triple threat match to determine
on the final Raw of the decade.
Hey, I know all of you love me. I mean, I love myself too.
In
the entire world and universe.
Raw Live this Monday, 8.
World's grandest T20 league. Watch Sydney Sixer.
Revenge on his mind.
During King Corbin's well-deserved grandiose of the masses, and it somehow got worse for our fearless.
Came back with a revenge on his mind. A Superman
on 2 different occasions to King Corbin. This was claimed to be.
So where does this leave us in determining a #1 contender for...
We have just received word that due to Roman Reigns' attack on King postponed. However, WWE officials have informed me that match will not be postponed.
This is a travesty. This is injustice.
Going to compete. It's going to be one-on-one between Miz and Daniel Bryan.
He deserves this opportunity.
SmackDown. Toward the end of the show, Roman Reigns looked like he was going to send handcuff Roman Reigns to the ring post with the help of Corbin's Court. Absolute humiliation and embarrassment.
This was a union of Dolph Ziggler and numerous supporters. Opportunity at revenge at TLC and came up short.
You weren't in my corner last week to support me?
No, I told you. I had Otis's sweat.
Okay.
Ham and a kiss last week, so...
Aid?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's all right. It's what happens. It's no big deal. Okay.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Staten Island.
Carmella fresh off a victory over Sonya for Mandy tonight.
Ever miss money in the bank? The same person that made God's greatest creation just made a huge mistake. Is money.
Next on SmackDown. Bit enamored.
Well, let's just be honest. Otis doesn't necessarily have an overabundance of life.
Out to the ring here tonight. Said she was off signing and delivering calendars. There's to the midsection of Carmella.
Carmella realizes the opportunity at hand tonight to continue appreciated recently and wants to remind the entire WWE universe
and jockey for position and a possible championship opportunity against Bayley down with Sasha Banks against Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke. Nice drop kick. Hook of the leg and a kick out.
Submission. Notice the placement of Mandy's knee right between the shoulder blades of Carmella.
Superstars, Corey, who really, many believe, had a breakout year in 2000.
In the making. Mandy comes out here. She looks great. She captivates the massive opportunities.
And what does Carmella need to do, Corey, to get
her ruthless side? Once upon a time, Carmella was never afraid to take a shot.
What do you got, Mala, huh? What do you got?
No more. All is broken out of this matchup. Hit right to the face of Mandy. And Carmella continues to fight line. Cover now on Rose. Hook of the leg. Is it enough and a kick out? Oh, Mandy drew Carmella in. Bounced her face first. Carmella whipped across the ring. Mandy. And look at Carmella. There's down now and a kick out by Carmella. Kick right to the face by Carmella. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg. Carmella. So Carmella, big win there.
No doubt about it.
Banged up and hurt after the attack of Roman Reigns. But coming up next, it is championship at the Royal Rumble. This clash is live next.
And I closed that door behind me, just waiting to take advantage of the opportunities I left behind. Name, champion, and men who... I'm ready to break down the door.
Well, there's a man who has a long history with the Celtic Warrior. Daniel Bryan said he's from WWE Backstage. Renee Young, Booker T, and Christian Eastern on FS1.
Quiet on the set. Can we please?
Weighing in 221 pounds and reserve superstars whose careers are deeply intertwined.
Two men, but about getting an opportunity to take on the Fiend, Bray Wyatt in the Miz's family. We know what the Fiend has done to Daniel Bryan next month at the Royal Rumble.
It hardly seems like much of a game is on the line, but are you willing to put yourself through?
Bryan Miz one-on-one, a very long and storied rivalry when Miz was Daniel Bryan's trainer, his coach in the decade. These men do not like each other, but between these two men.
Both Miz and Daniel Bryan have a very healthy respect for wrestlers ever in this game. Takes the Miz down.
Over the past decade here. King Corbin touched on it earlier tonight to the face.
Daniel Bryan acknowledged that acted with his old self. The hunger, the drive, the determination.
Talking about how he had to go back in time to the old
counter by Miz.
And face first, Daniel Bryan. Oh, the Royal Rumble also kicks off WrestleMania season. And able to duck underneath it. And out here, collision, middle of the ring, both men down.
Everybody's matchup at this
Who the hell? Who the hell?
It's Corbin.
And his cronies out once again.
No, it's obviously that the cronies are acting
wrong, and this will be a double disqualification because of the involved Rumble. All right, Corbin. Oh, obviously.
Corbin, these men clearly just want to get back into King Corbin's good graces.
That was justice. Those two shouldn't be out there. Why don't you save your questions for Roman Reigns? Ask him why he interfered at the safe work environment.
Well, I have been told that Roman Reigns has been asked to leave.
I think now, if Roman really has been asked to leave, I'd be willing here tonight. And you know what? I'm going to win that triple threat.
King Corbin and his men. The brawl is on yet again. We are back to square one. We've got breaking news.
All's well on. The Miz versus King Corbin versus Dan the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
The King has amazing.
Bliss, Alexa Bliss, and her best friend,
Nikki and Alexa, a moment of bliss back here tonight live.
What is up, Detroit? Is back. Cheers. So we're just going to jump right into this. Nikki, Sassy, Southern Belle, Lacey, Lacey, welcome to a moment of bliss. Champion Bayley and her best friend Sasha Banks. Not surprised, but she was taunting your 6-year-old daughter.
Last week on Friday Night SmackDown, and right there, Lacey is sending to the barrel, taunting a 6-year-old.
Just the kind of human being that Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, before Bayley came to her friend's aid. Lacey, all this going down in front of Lacey's daughter.
So, Lacey, how does that make you feel?
She's a fighter just like her mama. But Sasha Banks means everything in the world to me. And last week when I heard... And I think I speak for every child, especially the child of a mother, because Mama Bub, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what the hell is. I said that my child is everything in the world to me, and with that being said, between me and my baby, and Sasha Banks put herself there. They did, she would have not walked out of this arena. I'm not going to sit out here because I am aware of what happened to nasty things that lack the capability to be a role model. So if you'd come ready for a fight, because I am done with this nonsense.
Bayley and Sasha Banks, it's a very poignant words from Lacey Evans, and
Quibble realizes she does not want to allow herself to become a target of two on belt. The following contest is a Ohio Stadium.
Cuts again.
Lacey, you may be a good mother.
Well, Sasha Banks and Bayley once again looking to get the upper hand. Dana Brooke back down.
Dana Brooke and Lacey Evans trying to even the odds for the moment.
They have a scheduled tag team match here. Bayley goes right to work on Lacey Evans. This is an historic week, Corey. 15 days. That'll make her the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. And there's the Great athleticism of Brooke. Cover now in if you ask me. Taking a shot at Bayley and Banks was Dana Brooke.
But much like we talked about with Mandy Rose earlier in the night, it's about
Sasha Banks has not been able to keep her mouth shut as well. She said to Lacey, once I'm done with you, Lacey.
Nice caution, Sasha Banks. Banks is a master manipulator, and notice how emotional Lacey is.
Suplex to Banks. Floats into the cover. Hook of the leg. 2020 may be her year. She's going to keep trying, keep working, keep training.
It's a lot easier to spread positivity when you're sitting check. Careful, Banks and Bayley will use that against her over and over. That's exactly what Sasha Banks did in history. Oh! Yeah. Oh! Right in the mush.
Likely into 2020 in the new decade. Got to be careful, though. Here's the cover by Bayley and a kick out number last night. Anything can happen. Andrade from Monday Night Raw winning Mysterio. Bayley has got to be eyes in the back of her head.
Since the outset of the show tonight, we had a triple threat match.
Brooke trying to make a tag to Lacey Evans. Sasha doing a great job not allowing that. Bayley here and a step up in Zaguri. And now has an opportunity. And here comes Lacey Evans. And Lacey finally with a Becky Lynch over the summer.
Oh my
goodness.
Great awareness.
Sasha just... Wow. Moonsaults.
Beautiful.
Connecting. And Banks will break things up. Pursuit of Sasha Banks.
Banks is hightailing it out of here.
Belly. Hook of the leg, and it's Dana Brooke's turn. Yeah, but Dana Brooke saving the matchup for the time being. Double suplex, though. Lacey. Tag. Dana's right at Sasha ducked. Legal of Sasha. Oh, here we go. Bank statement. Bank statement now. What's Brooke going to do?
Here are your winners. The SmackDown Women's effort from Dana Brooke and Lacey Evans. But the fact remains, you're just almost always outmatched.
Yeah, but the SmackDown Women's champ.
Once again, the opportunist locked in. Dana Brooke left with no alternative.
Much of the chagrin of
Mandy. 20 coming up, New Year's Eve. I'm probably really busy, but you must have some. Mandy Rose, all alone? When like formal, did you already get me a gift? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Otis gave it to me. His mom made it.
Oh, I'm sure he gave one of these to like everyone in the locker room. No, about a woman like you. What were we going to do on New Year's Eve? I feel like we should...
Stop.
Back on originally as planned, The Miz versus Kingpin Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship. And the outset here, Miz and Daniel Bryan working together against the common fatherly skills.
Well, also, don't forget that he caused that will kick out. Remember, rules of a triple threat match. First man. And Miz driving Daniel Bryan into the corner and now unloading.
Daniel Bryan picking up speed. Uh-oh.
Suicide dive will knock Corbin to the floor. And Daniel Bryan.
Trying to minimize his own impact, might have tweaked it.
And now
you just watch King Corbin dominate. This is why
King Corbin, who said at the start of the show tonight that it's my... Corbin, the tables on the King.
Desperation jawbreaker charge. Corbin for the...
And Corbin, and he takes out Daniel Bryan, who is just coming to here. Corbin, choke slam, backbreaker.
Running roughshod over the competition, further proving his...
What a win tonight. How that would cap off what has been an incredible...
Up and down the lower back of Miz across Corbin.
King Corbin won King of the Ring. As he mentioned, he defeated Roman Reigns a couple of... To the leg, and Bryan at 2 in near fall.
Would look like to have the Universal Championship around King Corbin's waist.
Bryan squeaking it as he is thrown into the timekeeper. Can you imagine when SmackDown gets the new title? We'll never hear the end of it. Again, Corbin.
Deep six connects.
Bryan, though, with a missile drop into the Rumble for a Universal title match. The Royal Rumble to face the Fiend Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship. First man to gain pinfall or submission will win. No countouts. No. Still fighting back against King Corbin.
Had an official Universal Championship opportunity
his entire career. But Miz hasn't had to go face-to-face with the Fiend either yet. Last week, here on Friday Night SmackDown.
Miz has used the figure four to great
to the Miz. Is Miz going to the Royal Rumble match? Corbin, Miz can do nothing about it, and Corbin has got to get the shoulder up.
Miz locked in, and Miz is in agony. Daniel Bryan reversed the pressure on
Bryan, the victory.
For the opportunity in Houston at the Royal Rumble.
Miz and Bryan, it's about the title and finally getting chops exchanged, center of the ring. Now Miz.
Corbin from behind, but Miz a step ahead.
And Corbin misses wildly.
Days.
Good night, Miz. Corbin to go to the Rumble.
End of days connects. Nobody gets up from that.
There's the power again of Corbin. Daniel Bryan lands at his feet. Running knee. Yeah, and he's got backup. Dolph Ziggler with a super kick. Corbin with the cover on Bryan. And now the big dog's here. Superman punch. Roman Reigns is taking out Corbin. The big dog's here. This match will continue even if King Corbin does not return. The win.
We're going to take it high risk, realizing what's at stake, what it's going to take to keep. We're looking for a superplex.
Oh, and Bryan.
Great display of core strength by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan once again fueled by the yes movement.
Miz, remember Bryan with a bad knee, heard it earlier on in the matchup, and Miz last week almost successful earlier tonight.
Take experience if you're Daniel Bryan.
And if you're Daniel Bryan, you made these kicks famous. Big kick caught by Daniel Bryan. Bryan back on his feet. These two men have for each other.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder how much power.
Every time he delivers the yes kick to the Miz. Miz this time kept tremendous strategy by a ultra aggressive.
Daniel Bryan so reliant on his leg offensive way.
And I'm not sure if Daniel Bryan's even
with the right leg that Miz just delivered the DDT to.
And again,
so take away Daniel Bryan's ability to plant, to deliver the kicks.
Figure four, Daniel Bryan able to counter at least momentarily. Bryan back to his feet. Miz
Bryan looking for the armbar.
And remember Miz with shoulder issues earlier on in the matchup. Middle of the ring. Miz trying to fight out of this, doing a good job so far countering.
Desperate times. Cover.
Shoulders down. Oh, and down. Daniel Bryan trying to rally.
The blood flowing, the adrenaline pumping. The yes move.
Daniel Bryan running knee. Miz caught it. Miz skulks out at two.
Right into the figure four.
Figure four, center of the ring.
Daniel Bryan nowhere near the ropes. No escape.
Miz has got Bryan right where he wants him. They've got an answer. It's Daniel Bryan, a master of submission.
Miz raking at the eye.
An opportunity at the Universal title. Now Daniel Bryan looks for a counter.
The label lock. Miz trying to keep his hips out.
Yeah, Miz trying to scramble away. With nowhere to go. What's Miz going to do here? Is it Daniel Bryan? Gas now. Daniel Bryan.
But Miz still has his hips.
The Rumble.
Here is your winner by submission
to the Royal Rumble event at the end of January in Houston.
Kid now has exactly what it is that he has wanted for all this.
Congratulations, Romano! Yowie wowie! Now, I mean, I don't know if he is quite done. So let me ask you this. Are you willing to let him in?
You have your title.